Okay, now in terms of things to actually talk about, today I want to just kind of quickly talk about Superman. So I haven't seen Superman yet. I know a lot of people around the world have, lucky souls who've gone to either media press screenings or whatever else. But also in America, they have this crazy like preview shows for all these Amazon Prime members around the country. And so people have seen it as early as the 7th, which is a couple of days ahead. I think that's absolutely crazy, but I do think it makes a lot of sense with what's going on with superhero movies in general. So people talk about like superhero fatigue. Now I think superhero fatigue is kind of blown out of proportion. People still love it, or people have kind of like waned a little bit, but I don't think there's like a mass epidemic of superhero fatigue. I think in reality, it's just the way of movies. You know, these things are popular. Sometimes they get a little bit quieter, and that's just normal. But I do think there's an awful lot riding on James Gunn's Superman, and for like the whole kickoff of the DCU. You know, I think as much as they're playing it down and acting like, yeah, I mean, if it succeeds, it succeeds. If it doesn't, we'll keep going, whatever. But we've seen in the past how quickly Warner Brothers will just kick and change and alter things. Hopefully there's going to be a little bit more freedom and flexibility with it being like DC Studios. But I don't think there's any way to pretend it's not going to be a big deal if it doesn't succeed, you know? I'm excited about it personally. I was excited when I heard about it being first announced, when it was called Superman Legacy, and when all this stuff was going on. And I do have to say I've gotten more excited as kind of trailers have come out, and I've seen kind of like how hopeful this kind of Superman by David Corenswet's going to be. But I do have a couple of issues before I go in, and I'm hoping they're all taken care of by the time that I do go and see it, and that it kind of like it plays out better than I'd hoped. Now, my biggest issue with Superman is it feels like it's going to be absolutely stuffed. Again, I haven't watched this movie, so I don't know, and I'm not saying it's good or bad because of this. I think it could be absolutely amazing. It could be the best Superman movie that we've had in years. It could be the best thing since Christopher Reeve. But I'm nervous that it's too full. There's a lot of heroes, there's a lot of villains, there's a lot of different characters that are in this movie. And that was my biggest issue with the DCEU. They rushed into things. From the first movie, they were trying to get cameos and they were trying to get other characters in there and trying to make it look like, oh, look, we have a big full universe, instead of slowly building the way the MCU did with Iron Man and then bringing in the next and the next and the next until they could do a crossover. It feels like this is rushing. And I thought they were going to do it a little bit slower. I thought they were going to go a little bit more meticulous with it. But yeah, I'm a little bit nervous. Fingers crossed I'm wrong. Fingers crossed it's not going to be that way. But I'm seeing it tomorrow either way. I'll probably see it a couple of times. But yeah, I'm really hoping it's great. I think it has all the potential in the world to be great, but that's definitely my biggest issue. But what are your thoughts? Are you excited to see Superman? Do you have tickets booked? Have you seen it already? What did you think? Let me know in the comments. Like, follow, subscribe, and I'll see you again tomorrow.